Yesterday I was talking about how the Canadian government did something stupid. Their parliament was having some kind of meeting where they invited President Zelensky of Ukraine to come give a speech. And then they randomly gave a standing ovation to this ex-Ukrainian guy who liked to fight Russians. And it turns out he was a Nazi. So they gave that type of person, not only invited him into the parliament, which is one thing, but a standing ovation from the entirety of their parliament and the prime minister. Yeah, needless to say, an incredibly embarrassing moment for our neighbors up north. Now, Canada, I don't want you to think that I'm picking on you. I could see our government being just as stupid. In fact, there's a part of me that wishes this had happened in our Congress, in our Senate, with our president, because they've got the same mentality when it comes to the Ukrainian-Russian war as your guys do. They just turn off their fucking brains and they just shoot out a shit ton of money and weapons to the Ukraine without thinking about anything, any consequences, anything that might happen. And that was the case with your guys' government. The moment they heard he likes to fight Russians and he's for the cause, let's give him a standing ovation. I mean, they just tuned out the rest of it where he was fighting in World War II against the Soviets, which was just like a massive red flag. And of course, he turns out he was with the Germans, the rhymes with Yahtzee guys. But now, today, everyone seems to want to blame the other party for what happened. Well, your conservatives under Putin, they want to blame the liberals under Trudeau, who's just going to bitch and moan about Russian disinformation. I mean, honestly, I say this to all the members of your parliament. Just admit you all fucked up, didn't use your fucking brains, and, tuned everything out when you heard the words, like to fight Russians. I mean, you all made the same fucking mistake, and you all just need to admit to it. All right? Because we need to start using our brains with this fucking Ukrainian thing. Because it's not just that they had Ukrainian Nazis in the past. They have them today in Ukraine, causing problems. And we're sending them money and weapons. Once again, tuning out. That goes to the United States government as well. Once again, not picking on the Canadians. If anything, I think we've got a party here that still wants to blame its loss in 2016 on the Russians, and that's what's really motivating them to get us into World War fucking III.